Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is one of the craziest videos you will ever see in Call of Duty Zombies history. We are reacting to an early blockout pre-alpha version of Origins, complete with new areas, first looks at the staffs, first looks at what the original layout was supposed to be, the robots, everything like that in its pre-alpha state. But more importantly, we are going to be taking a look at the actual DLC 5 that was supposed to be coming to Black Ops 2, which was the original Zombie Chronicles. There was supposed to be a Zombie Chronicles before Black Ops 3 got Zombie Chronicles. That was going to be all of the maps from Call of Duty Black Ops 1 taken into Call of Duty Black Ops 2. But first and foremost, we're going to be looking at the Origins intro cutscene in an early blockout form, which is so funny to look at, but also gives us some really crazy revelations and looks into the game. This all would not be possible without Jugger V2, who has literally just recorded this video 2 days ago. He is hopping into a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 map with his friend, which is the developer early build of Origins. Another huge shout out to Mr. Pinball 64, Taleb, and JTAG, who basically allowed Jugger to get into this game, and it had this really crazy look into, like, you know, what zombies look like all the way back in the day. So I am very excited. I'm overlaying the original Origins cutscene audio onto this one right here, and we are actually gonna get our first ever look at Maxis. This is obviously Richtofen. That is Ultimus Maxis right there. I don't know if it was a placeholder or a developer or like a friend of the developer. It literally looks exactly like what a younger Maxis would look like. I guess it's hard to really say, but also just looks like some random developer's picture. I don't know, some guy is literally like, oh, they found my early version of the map right there. So what we're looking at here is the early version of that Origins cutscene, and what basically the development of these cutscenes looks like. Like, obviously, it's not going to be super 100% polished right away, and we're getting this look at, you know, the placeholders and everything like that. And there's one particular placeholder that's coming up here, which is going to be the funniest thing you'll ever see in, like, this intro cutscene ever. And we're about to get a look at the gameplay, the original, like, kind of like layout of Origins and everything like that. Hopefully we don't get a little Avenged Sevenfold copyright claim here years later. But yeah, we've got these close-ups of the zombies and everything like that. This is obviously the intro of the characters. And you'll notice one big difference. These are the Ultimus versions of, like, Tank and all the characters and everything like that. These are not going to be the premise versions that we obviously end up seeing in the final version of the map. These are kind of the placeholder, like, regular models, because obviously, if you remember, this was the first time we got the new versions of the characters in this map. They had not yet been developed, their models had not been made yet, and in this early blockout, they were just using their original kind of like skins that they already had in the games and everything like that. So if you remember, Origins was like the big moment where like zombies was like became just like so many people's obsession. The big Easter egg hunt, the stabs, everything like that. This is truly one of the maps that made zombies today. Seeing the early version of Takio. Obviously a lot of stuff like doesn't match up with the original audio now because they kind of like switched things up and changed the way they looked at it. This is the big moment here when they all walk into the room, and look who is on the operating table when we get this shot of Richtofen. Obviously they're all holding the Desert Eagles, but look over at Richtofen. Who is on the table? It is Sal from Mob of the Dead. So they obviously have not like really done everything. It's the moment where Richtofen looks up and he's like, what have I done, and everything like that. Dude, it is absolutely unbelievable to see how the development of these goes through. I'm just like, I feel so fortunate that we get to see this look into the game. It literally makes me feel like I'm a kid again watching this for the very first time, even though obviously it's just a very early version of it. So here we go. All of that was the intro cutscene. Obviously the audio doesn't really match because they changed it so much as an early look at the loading screen, which again was still in the blockout mode. And here we go. We load in and we get our first actual gameplay of Origins developer build pre-alpha mode. I can't wait to see. They've obviously already got the HUD in there, and we're gonna just take a look. This is my first time watching this. We're gonna look and see what the differences are, what all has changed. Obviously this room is very like pre-alpha version, still somewhat the same layout and everything like that. We've got the two characters, the conversion generators obviously had not been textured out yet. You forget how much work actually goes into like everything that you see in these maps. Like before the players even get their hands on it. There's no progress bar. Obviously the dark ether, or the ether fluid is like very weird looking, but I just am really, really excited to see, because I know for a fact we're about to see brand new areas and Origins that were originally going to be coming to the game that we ended up never seeing here. And I can't wait to take a look at it. As soon as they leave the spawn room here, we're gonna see a whole new world. So here it is, heading out to the first little conversion generator, which, what in the world is that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be a perk? Apparently you were originally supposed to be able to get an Uzi out of the dig piles as well. This conversion generator is actually an entire like it's on the other side of the wall here. There's also a Wonder Fizz location there, which is not there in the final build. Very interesting. They did that. Is that a trap part? That's a trap part. An early look at the Origins mystery box before it was textured out. Yes, and then they get my favorite weapon ever from this game, the Scar H. So this room looks mostly the same. The mystery box is on the other side. Looks like there's a trap part there. Or is that a trap itself? Is that the trap actual buy? I think, did he just get the ray gun Mark II first pull? That's insane. Also, the fact that this is developer build and they are literally playing in a 2-player game is even crazier. Absolutely even crazier. I'm obviously gonna have his channel linked down below if you wanna watch this video in its entirety and everything like that. And a huge, huge shout out. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to him for literally sharing all of this as well. Again, huge, huge shout out to everyone who made this possible. It is wild to see. So this area actually looks mostly the same. This is where Speed Cola is. There's these like weird blockout boxes. I don't know if that's supposed to be where perks are or anything like that. We'll see. This area looks largely like it was the same. Open door, and then heading out into the kind of main area of the map. This area actually at this point in the development looked a lot more normal. Oh, you used to be able to run around the side of that staircase there? That's amazing. What? Okay, you used to be able to get crazy, like way better weapons out of the dig piles. So the mud was always a thing that was in development. There's actually a lot fewer areas where you can actually move at normal speed here. Kind of blocked out plane crashes. This is normally where Jug would be. Zombies Blood was in the game. Wait, there is a perk and it's definitely not Zombies Blood. Also, Panzer on round 6 is crazy. Treyarch, what were you even doing? Like, genuinely, Treyarch, what were we thinking on a Panzer on round 6? Obviously, thank God it didn't make it to the final build. But literal, I mean, I guess if you get better weapons coming out of the dig piles, the Origins robots, as you can see, are actually in there. But it looks like it's not Jug here, it's actually Stamina Up. So I wonder if they ever go over to the Stamina Up area, if we actually end up seeing where Jug is. Okay, wait, is that just a... Oh, that was a piece of the staff. It just looked like it was an entirely huge red staff though. So they already had the Easter egg kind of like mapped out like that, where, you know, killing the Panzer gives you the first staff part. Very, very cool. All right, so we've got another look at the Panzer here. The Panzer's actually, it's crazy how this was one of the first things finished. They've literally got everything working correctly with the Panzers. Different death sound for it. Pretty much the same animation. It was kind of stuck in the ground there, but also, dude, the robots themselves really do look like, what's the, someone will tell me in the comments, what's the movie about the robot? The big, gigantic, like literally looks like the Origins robot. I'm pretty sure they use that as a reference point. There used to be a pathway to go from that area to that area there. Okay, so we're gonna get a first look at behind the dig site, or behind the bottom area. I wonder if they had the crazy place in this builder. The flogger trap from Shino Numa as well is crazy. That's amazing. What is this area? Wait. Huh? Okay, so there we go. The ice staff part. Obviously, it isn't even snowing at this point, so maybe they hadn't added in the snow yet. It was just rain. Dude, this is an entirely new area of the church here that kind of actually has more of a town type feel to it. And then this is obviously where they ended up putting Jug in this developer build. I wonder if the perks even work, if they're able to grab anything. They're turning on the power. It'd be really funny if they were able to do the entire Easter egg in this early developer stage. So they got Jug over here. Is Jug functional? It is in fact functional. So they're buying this. Dude, this honestly just makes me have so much respect for developers and just like how polished the final product of Origins is compared to how like obviously alpha this looks. It's crazy. It's crazy how much comes together in such a short amount of time. I know the developers have to work super, super hard to get these maps like into playable states and everything. This area is wild, man. Like what? There's also a lot of these power boxes. Dude, there is an entire village area back here, man. Origins used to be a lot bigger. I think that was a disc on the wall there. There's the fire disc. So the fire disc was always in this kind of like last Origins area. Oh, okay. So this is the old way to go down. So they always had the crazy place planned. You can see that the gramophone, he picks it up, place the gramophone. Probably going there in a bit. Okay, let's see if we can get a better look at this robot. Dude, I wish I could remember what the name of the robot movie was called. Okay, dude, the staffs look so funny. He sees the glowing thing. Okay, absolutely no way to tell if that was the correct foot or anything. So the staff parts were just kind of chilling in the heads here. They weren't on the pedestal parts yet. Probably not, because you know, even if you're like the one mapping everything out, you have to wait for all of these like textures, these models and everything like that to show up. This is so interesting. Okay, so here we go, our first look at where stand-up is over there. That Panzer is yeeting into existence. I kind of wish we saw more looks at the Panzers flying across the entire map here. So it looks like where stand-up usually is, there's just no perk. They do have the lightning boxes though. The boxes that they end up using for the lightning staff upgrade, those boxes look like they were more or less in the same place and figured out early on. I say early on, this is probably like one of the final main build stages of the map before it actually went live, because they obviously have all working staff builds. Like, we know for a fact that they end up building one of the staffs, which I'm really, really excited to see. Dude, what is this area? Hello? Is this the church? This is kind of in that church area again. This area used to look so different. Yeah, okay, so they still had this long kind of run. Oh, is this the Templars? Do we get an early look at the Templars? Also, they really make sure you know that the Templars are in the map. Also, the mud looks like it used to be way more brutal. Like, way more brutal. Yeah, so that was the first thing being attacked. We do have the tank in here, which actually looks like it has some sort of like cell shading on it. Tank is moving. Oh my God, I thought it was just gonna go straight through the wall. That was gonna be really funny. I do think that based off the other maps that we had in Black Ops 2 and everything like that, and kind of like the tighter quarters, this map definitely feels a lot more like, with these kind of tighter actual building areas, it feels a lot more like the other Black Ops 2 maps where you had these smaller, tighter quarters where you're actually inside of houses more. I kind of like that Origins, they ended up going with less of the indoor vibe and they like didn't use this area. I think it's super cool to see, but I think they made a good choice by keeping it like more open and widespread. There's another one of those boxes right there. I really want to know what those boxes are supposed to be. Okay. So the tank always, oh my God, the tank is sideways. Did you see that? That was wild. All right, our first look at the excavation site. So is this Pack-a-Punch? That is Pack-a-Punch. An early look at the Origins Pack-a-Punch there. Is he gonna Pack-a-Punch his ray gun Mark II? Yes, he is. He had the original Pack-a-Punch noise. They did not have the Origins camo on there yet, so it looks like it's almost like early the giant camo is what it looked like from the third person. I'm sure we'll see it here in a second. Okay, so they originally had the that was the lightning disc in the dig pile. Is there a place to place the gramophone down? You can tell that they're playing this for the absolute first time as well. They have no idea where to place it down. Oh, there it is. Place gramophone. You saw it. Oh, he did place it down. Oh, that's dope. Okay, so this area kind of ends up looking very, very similar. Did they have the statues? Did they have block out for the statues? It looks like it. No, there's only one statue here. So they ended up making this area a lot more crazy from where it is in development here. I really want to see if they have if we get a look at the crazy place or not. Yeah, there's only one statue and it's definitely not any of our Primus characters. Mule Kick was always in the same spot. And they have these like weird little diamond things. Oh, power part right there on the wall. Although this map doesn't really even have power in the traditional sense. I think he's looking for dig piles so he can build that the ice staff. Is this supposed to be ice? Also, it doesn't look like the shield part had been, or the shield had been put in this yet. They haven't found a single shield part in this playthrough yet. Maybe here? No, they don't even have like the wheelbarrow or anything. I guess the wheelbarrow ended up in the other side though, so. Place the gramophone, play record. All right, let's see. So apparently before, wait, what? So the crazy place wasn't even a portal, or it was. That's how you get the crystal. So he has all the parts for the fire crystal. And then there was a portal there too, which took you to this like weird undercropped area. Oh no, is he trapped here? Oh no, he gets out somehow. All right, so he has all the parts for the fire staff. This is the only fire staff that is canon in my mind. It's crazy, they didn't have the teleports at all. Everything was like actually just an interconnected area previously. Oh, those little switches that I said were the power parts? They had all of that stuff planned, it just hadn't been implemented yet. Those are the switches you pull in order to rotate the big middle thing yet. Craft the fire staff. There it is. Dude, it's so funny looking. Such an early version of it. Let's see how like in tune the effects were so far. Okay, the sound effects were in. Looks like his buddy has the ice staff as well. The sounds actually ended up being pretty finalized at this point. That sounds exactly like the staffs do in the game. They're like a little bit crunchy and changed, but oh, wait, is that the lantern he needs to shoot for this? Oh, this is the great, oh no, he goes down. Dan, get the revive. Dan, clutch up. Oh no, Dan. So I think the grate he was on actually ended up being the fire upgrade quest part that he went for earlier on. So we've got a new look at these, a couple different like things that he also took a look at. We got some ice staff gameplay. We've got Origins traps that used to exist. That's sick. So they used to have a tank that actually like stayed on the side and you could activate it any part for a flamethrower. That's really cool. That obviously ended up being removed from the final build, but that's sick. That's like on the little area up. Early look at the staff upgrade thing, tiles. So dude, they have so much in the game already. Oh wait, and that activated the portal. It was and then the orbs ended up being in the particular areas, not in the bottom of the excavation site. But does that send the orb to the excavation site? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you see? Oh, dude, it used to be not matching colors, but making a little path up for the orb to fly out of. That's really, really sick. So, all right, let's take a look at the first look. Okay, just as a reminder, this is a look at the zombie Chronicles, basically, that was supposed to be coming to Black Ops 2, which is going to be all of the maps in Black Ops 2 that were originally Black Ops 1 maps. So this obviously ended up making its way eventually over to Black Ops 3. Probably, I don't even know how much of this stuff you could reuse or like how many of the assets needed to be remade or anything like that. But this is, dude, it's hard to really contextualize how crazy this would have been in the moment because obviously we've gotten Zombie Chronicles and we've seen Moon so many times in Black Ops 1. But like the stark difference from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2 is crazy. This is literally just, actually it was looking way, way more completed than Origins was. Like, way more completed than Origins was. This actually looked like almost ready to go compared to where Origins was still a very early block out and a lot of stuff wasn't working. See if we can get a little bit further in. The hacker was already in the game. This makes sense that this was just like brought from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, that it was a lot closer. It was a lot closer to being like game ready than Origins, which was being developed for the first time, which probably makes sense that this is still just kind of like an alpha version of it. but looks so much better. Yeah, this literally like could be game ready to go out. That's crazy. So they actually attempted the Easter egg on Moon in Black Ops 2, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, so this stuff, maybe it wasn't released for whatever reason, makes me really hopeful that we get eventually a look at the very early builds of like what the final chaos map was supposed to be in Black Ops 4. There was supposed to be another chaos map that ended up getting canceled for Alpha Omega. I really hope eventually we get to see that. There's just more look at the moon. Oh, he's seeing if the Easter egg steps work. So this is a really big one as well. Our first look at Verrucht in Black Ops 2. Imagine on the same menu as Transit having Verrucht. There's some weird like pink stuff going on up there as well. Like this is kind of breaking my brain. Verrucht wonder weapons. The jet gun was supposed to make its way to Verrucht. God, this is just reminding me how absolutely awful. Also, that zombie is just glitched out, even though it's the round switched and he killed the last zombie. Okay, that is just a glitched out non-zombie zombie. Seeing the jet gun in Verrucht is breaking my brain a lot. God, this is just a reminder of how much the zombies used to like really group up. Also, if he didn't get that nuke, he was 100% dead. That is wild. That is wild. Let's see how he goes down. Oh, by grenade. Literally by grenade. Goodbye. So we've got our next look at Shino Numa here, which again was supposed to be brought over. Shino Numa to me, wait, did they not have my boy Peter there? I don't think they had my boy Peter there. Look up to see the light. So that's basically the first time they were teaching you how to use the mystery box. Dragonov. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. It's got some looks at Shino Numa. The good old law. Laying down the law. Yeah, again, they brought this trap over. Okay, you cannot crouch under that. And then Der Reese. Which, I mean, at this point, we've seen Der Reese so many times. This actually is like the least exciting one for me. But still cool to see. God, was the Wunderwaffe like more of an explosive? Wait, the Wunderwaffe was an explosive Wunderwaffe? Or is this just like, they hadn't really scripted it yet, so they just had the explosive for now? It looks like they hadn't really scripted it yet. So it was almost just coded as a gigantic rocket launcher. That, to be honest, kind of sucked. This is round 13. It's unpack-pushed, I guess, but it's not even one-shotting. Literally not even one-shotting. Okay. Yeah, they literally had the... Oh, wait. Oh, the zombies were monkey bomb attracted. They had the hide-and-seek Easter egg in the game. I wonder if they ended up being like... Yeah. There he is. Absolutely wild. So it looked like you couldn't even see the bear because like it was still blocked out. There's the last one right there. And there we go. That's crazy. That's crazy that he had to just know where the Easter egg stuff was because it was blocked out at the point. You couldn't even see it. Looks like you cannot burn the monkey in this one. That was not brought in until Black Ops 3. We've got Black Ops 2 Noctur and Toten gameplay, which is absolutely wild. Again, we've seen Noctur and Toten many times throughout the years. Wild to see though. I mean, we know what Noct is. Ascension playing. So apparently Ascension had no audio in either the recording, maybe it was his recording though. Yeah, it just literally looked like they basically ported everything from Black Ops 1 into Black Ops 2, and that's the gameplay that they had. Very cool. I'm gonna skip over this one just because of the no audio. Little look at the Thunder Gun. Kino der Toten. Little Kino and Black Ops 2 action. Yeah, looks like once again didn't have any audio working on the map, but very cool to see. Kino, the absolute goat. Oh, look at all the power-ups too. Yeah, see these things on the wall? These are like almost missing textures. If you guys have ever played Gmod, you know what it looks like with those missing textures? Looks like everything was like pretty much perfectly working. And last but not least, our look at 5. I just can't believe we were supposed to have Zombie Chronicles before Zombie Chronicles. That's just so wild to me. Absolutely crazy. See if they had like the Pentagon Thief or anything like that. Yeah, dude, literally everything is just ported. It's just working perfectly. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm not sure why they ended up not doing this. For what reason, I just cannot be clear, but absolutely crazy to see. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, obviously, huge shout out. I'm gonna have his channel down below. Make sure you guys go down there, subscribe to him, and check out the full video if you'd like to take a look at everything. Obviously, there's a lot of gameplay to go through if you'd like to. I mainly just wanted to see the origins and get a high-level look at what everything looked like in the Zombie Chronicles update in that pre-alpha. Like, oh, dude, this is literally a piece of zombies lore and history. This video may get taken down for copyright because I don't know. I don't know if they still care about an 11-year-old game, but like, this is like golden footage. Absolutely crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope everyone just got a glimpse into this because I'm just so happy that this came out, man. 11 years later. Crazy. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.